This Easter, we got an amazing gift, the season 2 premiere of The Chosen. Was it good? Was it worth the wait? Yes and yes. This was an excellent premiere for The Chosen, and I'm excited for you to see it. Let's talk about that in the comments. Welcome to Durbania. I'm Durbin, and this is my spoiler-free review for The Chosen Season 2, Episode 1. And this Easter Sunday, I really wanted it to be a spoiler-free review because I want you to check out the episode and enjoy it for everything that it's worth. It's a free app called The Chosen. You watch the episodes for free. You don't need any kind of subscription, so I really do enjoy that. It's very easy to get a hold of, and if you've never seen The Chosen, download that app and watch the entire first season. It's incredibly good. And if you, like me, are a fan of the show and you've been waiting for season 2, I'm telling you, it was worth the wait. It's a fantastic premiere, and they really did do a great job with it. The best thing about The Chosen for me, well, there's a lot of best things about The Chosen for me, but one of the best is how I can relate to the characters and relate to the world they're living in. That's the advantage of a Jesus show versus a Jesus movie. I think a lot of the Jesus movies that have come out have been great, but doing it as a show, now you got room to breathe. You got room to come into the world and understand what was it like for the Jews living under Rome. What was life like for them back then? And I feel like in this show, they have great historical research. It's tremendous writing and amazing character development. I can't imagine watching the show and not having a connection with the character. That's how good they are with the writing and drawing you in. I mean, I bet if you're a fan in season 1, there's somebody you can connect to. For me, I connected to Peter. I connected to his journey.
People bark sometimes too.
He was a character that I latched onto. I felt like I understood, and what he went through and how Jesus came into his life, it was impactful, and they did such a great job with that. So when we pick up season 2, we come back to that same feel. It's being immersed back into that world, and it feels like I'm right there with them, that I'm living it with them, and I can actually understand the context and know what's going on. And so it brings me in, and just this one episode, I had a character I attached to. I attached to John right away. John had quite the character arc this episode, and it was something that was incredibly relatable, and it was very cool to see the friendship between John and Jesus this episode. And so it feels like it never missed a beat. And another thing that I found very cool and relatable in just this one episode is now the disciples have these growing pains. So they were called in season 1, there's still more to go, but they were called in season 1, now they've come together, now they're learning to work together. So of course we have some growing pains. And what I really like about the growing pains we see the disciples experience, it's incredibly relatable. Anytime you get a new job, or if you've ever worked in the church world, and I've worked in the church world, sometimes we get this idea that everybody's so holy and everything's going to be so good, and then we start working in the church world and we feel a little bit of disappointment because people still irritate us. People still rub us the wrong way, and we still got to figure out how to work with difficult personalities. Jesus called people of all personality types, and they don't always mesh well. They got to learn to mesh well. And so there's a little bit of growing pains. And that's something that is done so well in this episode. You can understand the conflicts that they're facing. And it's very cool to see Jesus in the midst of it all, his patience and how he deals with it. And yet again, the personality of Jesus. Like seriously, I'm watching this episode and all I could think is, I wish Jesus would just physically manifest like right now and we could just hang out and talk. But then it's that reminder, oh wait, yeah, the Holy Spirit's in me. I got that relationship with him. And it's like one of those things that makes you want to pursue that more and know him better. It's so amazing how they portray Jesus, they portray his personality, and they show how relatable he is and what is so dynamic about him that when he calls, people want to drop everything and follow right away. And so that continues just in this first episode, and some of the lines that cracked me up the most came from Jesus this episode. So yet again, they do such a great job. Now, we do have one cast change in season 2, and that is Abe Martell is now going to be playing the role of Big James. And I think he did a good job filling those shoes. I think he did a good job picking up that character where we last left off with him. And he's got a pretty sizable role in this episode, so we really see him interacting with the disciples and the rest of the cast, and he really does have a great chemistry with them. So I will miss the actor who played him in season 1. He really did do a great job. The good news is Abe really did a great job as well, and I'm looking forward to seeing where he takes this character.
In this world, bones will still break. Hearts will still break. But in the end, the light will overcome darkness.
Now, honestly, I think that's where I gotta stop. Because if I keep going, I run the risk of diving into spoiler territory. There's so much more I want to say, so much more I want to talk about. So please, check out this episode. And if you haven't seen the show, then check out the show. Binge season 1 and get to season 2, episode 1, because the whole show is absolutely fantastic. And the unique perspective that they take with the show, it just continues forward without missing a beat. So if you watched season 2, episode 1, what did you think? Did you like it? Let's talk about that in the comments. While you're there, hit that subscribe button to become a Durbanian, and hit that bell by the subscribe button so you're notified the next time I drop a Chosen review, a movie review, ranking video, theological analysis, or anything else I do here. I'm Durbin. Thanks for checking out Durbania.